Both of these squads bring history and pride to these West Coast institutions that, while allied at times, want nothing more than to ring that victory bell right in the other guy's face. And the Bruins will boot it away to start the game. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the USC Trojans offense will have the football first. Last season, the battle for the victory bell was a classic, and SC pulled out a tight one.
That's right, and Fight On has had a year of bragging rights and telling UCLA, remember who runs this thing. This is us, okay? We take care of business. Now UCLA gets to do something about it.
You're right, Dave, and I think UCLA is a team that takes a lot of pride and mental toughness, and they admitted to us that in last year's game, they just weren't able to...
Breaks into the open! Oh, he just held it poorly, and it's a fumble. Knocked down, but not before he gets the first down after recovering the fumble. I don't know, and it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
From the shotgun, the inside give. He has the first and still on his feet. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. For all the star quality that USC has been built on, good offensive line, strong running game has always been a hallmark.
No doubt about it. I think they're built on, the passing game and explosive playmakers out wide, but they've always had that balance at USC. You got to have a little bit of the boring to go with the glitz and the glamour.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Well, how about if you're the defense right now? You've been on the field, you've given up a lot of yards on this drive, but if they go for this here on fourth down and you come up with one more stop, that is a huge play, and that's got to give you some confidence.
And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over. So UCLA's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country.
Oh, he's got some space. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play. Guys, let's take a minute here and think about UCLA. They climbed into the top 25. Nothing has been given to these guys, but they're quickly becoming a problem for everybody else.
Well, they are, and they earned that number beside their name. They've played really, really well. The question is now, can you keep it? David, how many times in the past have we seen a team outside the top 25 finally get ranked and then get blown out the very next week?
And there's not a lot of difference between 25 and 45. A lot of times, so many people close together. So earn that ranking and try to keep climbing.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete. The Bruins will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, third down, fourth down. I like them being aggressive. They just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
On the move. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Got a man. It's low. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down. They emptied the roster, but every receiver they had out there, it seemed, and they were able to pick up enough for the first down.
Yeah, when you do that with all that speed on the field, you spread it out. What do you got to do? Find the matchup. Find the speed advantage with one of my wide receivers. Get that good matchup. Get the easy first down.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. The Trojans have this offense rolling. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
And the Trojans pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Right back to the well. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
Looking for the score. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. And that one hurts to have the flag come out and take a touchdown off the board after that play. The Trojans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. This quarterback part of their running game. Knocked off his feet.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Here's a heat. Snags it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Fielded in the end zone. It's good. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Off the play fake on first down. Makes the grab. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Offense getting set for first down. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's good. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul. Looking to pass.
You just can't hit the quarterback like that. That is a dumb play, and the defender got caught red-handed. Just couldn't stay off the quarterback, and that roughing the passer call has them set up with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. The victory bell's not some manufactured, concocted trophy, guys. This thing actually used to be on a train.
That is so cool. And the origins of the story of all these rivalries and the trophies, Jesse, it's so cool. It's fun to find out about. And these guys out here are learning on the job about it.
Yeah, it's just really such a point of pride, the victory bell. Not just here in the city of Los Angeles, but to these kids, there's just a different energy in this game.
You don't really want to lose track of anybody, but I would say, David, especially not him.
Yeah, when you know he's really good, that's a good to say. Hey, sometimes you double him. Well, and sometimes you run the old zero coverage, like nobody covers him at all. And that's what they did right there. That's not good sound defense.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got room on the return. The 20. Touchdown, Trojan. And they turn it into a defensive score.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Takes a handoff. It's Gideon. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
There's just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Looking to fire. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He's got an open man. And he's brought down after making the big catch, but not before he picks up more than 40.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the 2nd quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Give to the running back. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. This crosstown rivalry dates back nearly 100 years, guys. The first meeting between the Trojans and the Bruins back in 1929.
Yeah, and every year since, you know, one thing you know, Jesse, is the uniforms are crisp. They are clean. They are so sweet. You know this game means a lot late in the season every year.
This is definitely my favorite uniform game of the year, every year in college football, right? Both USC and UCLA with the home unis here in this great environment. But the game also means so much as well, and that's why there's this heightened sense of electricity and energy every time these two teams play.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Between the uprights, it's good. Now the lead is down to 11. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Get it out on the screen. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
And the Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
And the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Power football with the run. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Under fire. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Trojans will call on their punt team. They'll stop him short, and they had it sniffed out from the beginning.
Well, they were trying to get clever. They thought they had the right look for that fake punt, but give the defense a lot of credit. They were expecting it.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Nice job by this defense, stringing along the option, not letting him make a decision right away, and that's why they can corral to the football, get him on the ground, and make sure that option didn't get a big gain.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking for the end zone. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about.
Pass interference. Defense.
Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on. The defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Man, it just means more in the SEC. And take a look at how things are playing out here. Auburn is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up 14 over Alabama. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Trojans used to be known for student body right, and they can still do that. But with quarterbacks like this, you want to put it up.
Yeah, I think they hung that up years ago when they started to find, you know, big, strong.
Turning it on! Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Makes the catch. It's Jones. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It's great to spread the ball around and pull it, but if you've got a dude, feed him, and they are.
No doubt. That guy is a problem. I mean, you got a receiver that's so talented out wide, hard to cover. Go to him once, go to him twice. Shoot, let's go to him a 3rd time.
That's caught. It's Moss. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Wide open downfield. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Trojans trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Snagged in the middle. It's Johnson. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Now it's 2nd and goal. They're going to run it. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
I see a look of disappointment from this kicker, but that offense is happy. They'll stay out there and go for it. 4th and goal from the 4. Looking for the score. To the end zone, and it's picked off.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Catch in the middle. It's good. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And the Bruins will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Got it in the middle. It's Johnson. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Trojans in the hurry-up. Wants to go up top on first down. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
Looking to go up top and time's running out in the half. Flips it out to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
They're facing a 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. The Trojans send out the punt unit. He may keep that rush honest after completing a pass earlier. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Defense not showing press coverage. Looking to throw on first down. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Fielded in the end zone. It's good. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. UCLA will go back to work on offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job of pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Pressure coming. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Bruins will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. RPO complete to open the drive. At the 35, he's got room. We've seen this from this sophomore. So dangerous after he makes the grab.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
And he's brought down after a nice game. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs.
Here we go, here we go.
Now from inside the red zone. Still looking on the move. Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Southern Cal. He just makes it look so easy. Impressive run.
So impressive. Time and time again, he can buy time, make you look silly, and the defense is just kind of like, wait a minute, you got him? I got him? No, he's got him.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Auburn is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. And if that quarterback can find a little magic a la Cam Newton, this might not be over just yet. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Alabama. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Bruins in a good spot here with second and short. Looking for room. It's Gideon. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
This is got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
On third down, he drops the throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Bruins will bring the punt team onto the field. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again.
Hello, Dee.
Hey, baby, playing the game. Football.
They'll run the RPO and Portland.
I'm going
Good
to
pick up a little bit short of the
Okay.
sticks.
I'm on my way home.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
talk about that thing.
No, it's okay. I already talked to Miss Chris about it. I mean, I could talk to you about it, but you already know about it. I just think it's kind of messed up, you know, but it's okay. I already talked to her about it. But I just said with the black culture, sometimes people sitting there, and some people want to get mad at the white basketball player for saying that, but I'm glad he did it because it's not for a family-friendly event, and it's not good for women. Like, I don't care if women want to do it or not. It's not good for them in the long run. And it's not good for the men, and it just kind of stinks that. That's why I was telling Miss Chris, I said, I'm trying to find some good black shows that's better, because some of these black shows, they be Tyler Perry trash, or they the strip club, or the people cheating on people, just ratchet or gangs and stuff. I said, why don't they show black people doing? I said, we can do all kinds of stuff. They keep putting us in the same show. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm adventurous too. Like, I like to do, like, why can't we be in a fantasy movie or fantasy shows or a cool little action? Like, why can't we do that? But they always just make us do the same movies, and I get tired of watching black shows because you do the same thing. That's why I end up watching anime, because it's different, it's unique, they go on an adventure, you know, it's more
we
fun.
have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Trojans are at the line looking to convert on third and short.
Like, I just want to, but I like seeing us, like, it's cool to see people with our complexion, like brown people with our kind of hair in those kind of roles. It's cool. Not the same stuff. But that's crazy about that Magic City. I didn't even know about it until today when I was on YouTube.
Good job getting on their guys just enough for this running back.
Yeah, some of the people I follow, they cover kind of stuff, hot topics, I guess, like that. So it worked out. But I think,
it worked out.
Yeah, it worked out so I could find out about it. But I sure didn't know. We so weak. But I learned that I think Magic City was one of the first, one of the first new strip clubs. And it was crazy because on the advertisement, they were specifically kind of asking for Negro women. So that's why what was Atlanta, that black all forever?
Yeah.
Back to pass.
That's just sad, though. Anyway, but then this person was talking about something that Obama did in Illinois. It's like a really nice area, like in a kind of poor part of town in Chicago, where they got a library, they have probably like a community center, they got free Wi-Fi. So she said, look that up because it's really nice what they did over there for
after that incompletion.
I said, oh, that's good. She said that would help kind of balance it out for you, because so you won't be so focused thinking about black people here.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback. For third down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
Darcy added me on Facebook.
Set to go.
And you want to
I
touch
see.
you want to be aggressive, but
Yeah.
right down the middle, that obviously gives me some
Yeah.
confidence down the road that I can trust this
That's
guy.
so crazy that she said that whole time. The reason why they only come in Wednesday is because for Eric and his boss, he said Wednesday's the day that he wants them to come in.
This is when the pressure can ramp
So,
up a little bit on an offense.
it had
Lucky
nothing.
win.
Start
Lucky
feeling the
win.
heat to answer a score.
And I
So
think
it had
being
nothing
down
to do with,
14, you can kind of
we're on
figure
it's
out what to
working
do. If
Wednesdays
you put a good
and
drive together,
and
this is a
nothing.
7-point game, so Palmer,
Yeah.
no need to pay that.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this
Oh,
thing can
baby.
flip
Oh,
quick.
baby.
Come down, score, all of a
No,
sudden
but you
your
didn't
defense
have a
gets a stop.
equal. That's what I said. I can be wrong.
Yep.
Some bad thoughts.
This
I
game
actually
is
survived a little bit today because Nicholas cost me and
And
pissed
the
me off.
Bruins with myriad options after that big
I-
pickup on first down.
About Enoch. Because he's talking about he had beat at school. And I was like, well, what happened? And he said the teacher, I guess
that's
Enoch
kinda
had a beat.
surprising. We talked
And the
about
teacher
this
said he
before the game.
couldn't
One of the
go.
big matchups.
But I guess Enoch
Run the
forgot to
football against
ask
a
her
defense that's been
again, and he ended up peeing
susceptible
on
against the
himself. He
run
couldn't
throughout
hold
the
it.
season,
And
but
then Nicholas was
this
saying
offense just
Enoch got in
can't
trouble.
find a
And
way
I'm
to get
like,
it
why did
going,
Enoch
and
get in trouble?
I'm surprised
Because
that
he
Yeah,
was
right.
a
what's your
Teach him.
counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game
didn't let
going?
him go
'Cause so
pee
far,
either. And that's
not
what
a
I'm
lot of
saying. So
success.
but it's piss. But see, Nicholas and Talia need to get together because I'm
And you thought maybe in the second
I was
half,
just asking her
just
piece,
find
like,
a
make me
rhythm,
please,
find
this is
something
baby,
to
really, like,
take
really.
advantage of this
yeah, and
defense,
see,
but
but see,
the
Nicholas, but
defense
they
has
got
really
to
had
do
their
better
number,
so they
not
even
putting
feel
up a lot
like
of
snapping
points,
on
and
the
again,
teacher
an empty
because
possession
Yes, I
right
got
there.
that.
Miss Krista she's been taking this advocacy class, and it started like a child advocacy class, like every other Thursday. So she's telling me some of the stuff that they've been learning is you really got to read that handbook because what they've learned is they cannot suspend a child unless they can't let that child leave the school without telling you they were suspended first. They're not supposed to just send them home with a note and didn't call you or anything like that. And like if they do, you can fight it because the handbook says it's like a contract. You got it. If they don't follow it, you know, you can't get on to them about that. And then she was saying, like, even with, like, sending a child to the principal, like, there's stages that are supposed to happen. It's not supposed to just go straight to the principal. So, but she's like, people don't read the handbook, so they don't know. They don't know really their rights.
Able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a
So,
little bit.
and then I
Needed
said,
a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made it tough.
So, yeah, but I can tell Nicholas and Talia that, but I got pissed off that he got in trouble with them because I'm like, he peeing in the bed. I said, y'all, and I told Nicholas, I said, y'all need to do better. I said, and I said, and this is her birthday today.
It's a
I'll
birthday.
take
One of
that.
the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. The shot plays have been there. He's taken them. They've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field.
Because that pissed me off that Enoch got in trouble because he's already having a hard time peeing. He's peeing in the bed in his sleep, which means there's something wrong. And I said, he's stressed. I said, y'all need to stop arguing in front of the
Baby,
kids.
okay.
Anyways, I'm going to let you go. But, yeah,
And the offensive linemen, they have
I am.
no
I got
shot
one.
to stop those guys twisting as fast as they are.
I gave Miss Krista one of those burgers, but I still kept one for you just in
He
case.
stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack
You
from
have
there.
it. She said that she got something.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
I said, yeah, it's a perfect burger. I said, is that kind or yeah, except
Now
you get
facing a
ketchup on it.
third and
Okay,
long.
so,
It's already over.
With that being said, the Five Guy burgers, at first I was like, then I was like, oh, no, Jordan. Then I said, I looked, she said, I said, what kind of burgers are they? She said, they're plain. I was like, oh,
They're starting to imagine the tones of the victory bell.
he said, well, I said, so I was just going to take one. And she said, no, just take two of them. I said, well, okay.
But they start every season, Jesse, they want this one. They want to make sure
Okay,
they
but I
beat
love
their
you too.
rival in LA.
Yeah, you can tell, too. Talking to them before this game, they knew how important it was going to be to play well in the second half. They had to have energy. They had to execute. And right now, they're getting ready to chant "Fight on" at the end of this game.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply gain pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Got the quick pass. They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Final play of the quarter coming. Wants to throw on 1st down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the 3rd quarter. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So 1st down will open up the final period. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's good. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
The Bruins can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to throw it. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And this defense has done such a great job. Another sack on the day. They forced an interception. They've been flying all over the field playing great defense.
Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Catch in the middle, it's Ben. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching.
It's complete. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
And that is the exact opposite what this defense wants. When you have the lead, you can't give up an explosive play or back-to-back explosive plays. Play the coverage where you've got multiple eyes on the quarterback, dropping back, not giving up the big play.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're now down 31-17. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. Auburn is in serious trouble right now. I hope that coach is renting and not buying there on the plains, because that could be a bad investment. They're trailing by 35 to Alabama. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. The gift to the back. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
They want to run this quarterback. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. Really good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Yeah, and there's a lot of pressure right now on this down if you're on offense because your last 2 plays have gone nowhere. You know the defense just needs to get the football back to give their team an opportunity to go win the game, so you're probably going to have to throw to get this first down. A lot of pressure here on the quarterback, Dave.
Yeah, and how I throw, I think, is important. This is a time where I love moving my quarterback outside the pocket, making it an easy throw, or let him run the football, and if he doesn't get it, the clock still ticks. It's still my friend.
The give from the gun. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. And the Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Gonna run it. It's Thomas. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
3rd down has been right in the wheelhouse on this drive. They've already converted a couple of times, but they need the full 10 yards now. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's low. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. Timeout called there by the defense. Desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
I'll say this. Not a lot of coaching staffs out there would want to go for it on 4th down with the lead here late in the game, but they're going to stay aggressive. They just believe in their own players to go out and execute, and they did it right there.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. He'll pull it on the read. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 12th play of the drive coming up, but they've got a long way to go here on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the third down pass is knocked away by the knee.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
The Trojans will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play.
Yeah, just playing the field position game. Nice job angling it towards the sideline so it doesn't go into the end zone. That thing rolls down inside the 10. Really nice punt. Yes, I said something positive about punt.
To the air on first down. Fires left. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They've got him then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. It's gone. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
This defense is trying to protect the lead. You have to make the offense work for it, and a personal foul just gives them yards. They think there's room to run to the right here. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Bruins are in the hurry-up.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. The Bruins with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He'll do it himself. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Man, the offense, they can taste it. They're on the road in a hostile environment in a 2-minute situation. They're trying to rip this game away from the home team and take a shot into the end zone, being aggressive. I love the play call, but it falls incomplete.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
You just got to know the situation of the game, honestly. After that incompletion now setting up third down, you've still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins!
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
And they did tack on the extra point. Trailing by a touchdown here in the 4th, they'll try to get it back with the onside kick.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but better job by the hands team falling on the football.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights they'll be showing for years. Everybody will be like, I remember when so-and-so made that play against our biggest rival to seal the deal.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Low lowers those pads. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
To the ground. He's got it again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. On the ground, it's Moore. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? All right, guys, let's think big picture USC. A nice way to go into the postseason and eventually the offseason with a W, but the question is, will it be enough to keep the Wolves at bay?
It's a great way to punctuate the season. You just have to wonder, though, if there were too many L's on the schedule to keep this guy around next year.
Yeah, I mean, it's the whole body of work, right?
There he goes. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Back in 1939, USC first stole the victory bell. This time around, it was earned as the Trojans emerged victorious over their crosstown rivals. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Oh! Oh! I love you.